Hello, everybody. Welcome once again to Pass Pirate Pay, the movie discussion show. My name is Ken. I'm your host alongside my co-host, Andy. Andy, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Ken. How you doing?
Pretty good. No doubt about it. So, yeah, this week, in honor of the new Paul Thomas Anderson movie, One Battle After Another, you got to thinking to yourself, Paul Thomas Anderson makes some pretty weird movies.
Yeah, and he has.
Yeah, for sure.
Looking back, though, I don't think they're that weird.
Yeah.
I think a couple of them are weirder than others. I think this episode, full disclosure, is badly curated.
Well, it's good that you can look at yourself and see these things.
Yes. I don't think I curated this correctly. If I could do it over again, I would do left-wing movies.
Yeah.
I think that would be a funner category for this movie.
I think Paul Thomas Anderson tends to make movies that are a bit like off kilter.
Yeah.
But the other two movies you selected for us are fully
just off the deep end,
absolutely off the rails.
Yeah,
weird, absolutely just totally insane, and that's the whole point of them, right?
Right.
So this week we are going to be looking at 2016's The Greasy Strangler,
yeah,
2024's Krazy House, to go along with our discussion of 2025's One Battle After Another.
Right. They just don't fit. It doesn't fit.
And I mean, One Battle After Another, we'll get to it. It's got some odd stuff in it, but man,
I think it was the least off kilter Paul Thomas Anderson movie that he's made, I think.
Interesting.
Like when looking back on it, I think it's the least off kilter one.
I don't think I agree with that. I think like Boogie Nights is more straightforward.
No, I think that was a little weird too.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, all of his movies are odd, but this one, even as odd as he gets, even the last 30 minutes of Magnolia odd or nothing compared to these other two movies.
That's kind of what made push me in that direction, right? Is the Raining Frogs. I'm like, that's a weird motherfucker. I'm gonna make this weird movie.
And he followed that up with Punch Drunk Love, which is also very odd.
Yeah,
very off kilter kind of movie. But yeah. Well, anyway, we'll get to Mr. Anderson in a little bit. Let's dive straight into the deep end with these weird ass movies.
All right, are we going chronologically?
Yeah, we'll go chronologically. We're gonna get started with 2016's The Greasy Strangler, directed by Jim Hosking. All right, so plot wise, this movie is about a father and a son. The father's probably in his 60s. The son's probably in his 30s.
Yeah.
They live together in a house, and they their job is they run these disco tours.
Yeah.
Where they just walk around to random buildings. It seems like they just walk around to random buildings in their neighborhood and say things like, "This is where the Bee Gees got the idea for Night Fever."
Yeah.
Right? Like there's no any kind of anything.
Which I think a lot of tours are that.
Right.
Because how are you gonna know?
And they're just this random assortment of weird people walking around with them on these tours, and they wear these like pink jumpsuit outfits. They're matching outfits while they take these people on their tours.
Yeah.
And then there's also a serial killer, the Greasy Strangler.
Yeah.
Which turns out, to no one's surprise, is the old man.
Yeah, that's revealed right away.
Yeah, well, yeah, because, one of the first things the old man is obsessed with grease, right?
He loves his grease.
Anytime the son is trying to give him some food, the old man is complaining that there's not enough grease.
Like, more grease.
More grease. I need more grease in the food. And pretty early on, the kid is like, I'm trying to give you more grease. And the old man is just like, I bet you think I'm the Greasy Strangler. We see the old man as the Greasy Strangler, and he, as advertised, he gets himself naked.
Lots of flopping dicks.
A lot of nudity in this movie, all over the place.
Yeah. And not sexy nudity.
And the old man has a gigantic malformed penis.
I think it's just uncut, Ken. I wouldn't call it malformed.
No, man, there's like something growing out of the side of it.
Oh, I didn't give it that good of a look.
It's gross. So anyway, he gets himself naked, covers himself with grease, finds somebody he doesn't like, and murders him with strangling. He also he seems to have some kind of superhuman strength when he becomes the Greasy Strangler, because he literally punches a guy's face in at one point. The violence in this movie is very cartoonish. It's thoroughly ridiculous.
Yeah.
So then he, after he's done strangling somebody, he walks himself through a car wash and rinse and repeat.
Yeah.
So then the other part of the plot is the son meets a woman on one of the disco tours, and they start to have this relationship. And then for whatever reason, the old man is able to seduce the girlfriend away from the son, and they have this rivalry going for this woman's affection.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much the plot of this movie.
Yeah.
So this movie feels like the cheapest, worst sketch comedy show that I would ever never want to watch in my entire life.
Yeah.
Like, it feels like really bad sketch comedy. It feels like these people's idea of what is funny is so far removed from anything I have ever found funny in my entire life.
Like, there's a style of comedy, and it's this.
Yeah.
It's exactly this. Like Tim and Eric. Have you ever watched Tim and Eric?
I've never watched it, but I've heard, yeah.
It's that style of comedy, and I think it's just... like every single aspect of this movie, every frame of it is to make you uncomfortable.
It's just gross. The whole thing is
It's
disgusting.
like the way the costumes are designed, the way the acting is carried out, every bit of dialogue, the fake penises that they're like, it's all designed to make you feel uncomfortable.
Yeah. And
which is so weird.
The movie feels like it's getting a lot of mileage out of, like, just... You know what's funny is if you repeat the same thing over and over and over and over.
The Family Guy
again,
trick,
right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a bit early on where two of the people who were on the tour, they're at a vending machine, and the guy's buying some chips, and he keeps saying, "Well, one guy's like, what kind of chips are they?" And the guy keeps going, "Poto." What kind of chips is that? Poto. What kind of chips is that? Poto.
It goes on.
Sorry, I don't understand what you're
forever.
saying. What kind of poto? And they do it. It's like 2 solid minutes of just this guy doing the same thing over and over again.
Yeah.
And then later on, there's a bit where the girlfriend and the old man, he says that she's a hootie tootie disco cutie. And then the two of them just keep going, hootie tootie disco cutie, hootie tootie. And it just goes on and
just
on and
cringy,
on and on.
uncomfortable shit.
It's so bad. So we do a thing on this show. We have our Better Than Geely.
Is this going in the Better Than Geely category?
This is not going to go in the Better Than... This is a good example of why we have the categories on Better Than Geely, right? So we have 3 different categories, and one of the categories is unpleasantness of viewing experience.
Yeah.
This movie is the first one we've talked about where it's a 10 out of 10 for me.
10 out of 10,
for unpleasantness of viewing experience. Like,
but I think that's probably a badge of honor for the maker.
I totally agree with you, which is why I don't think this is actually one of the worst movies ever made. This movie feels like it's successful for what these people are trying to do. I just hate what they're trying to do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just hate it. Like, with every I kept looking at my clock being like, oh my God, only 5 minutes have passed. I can't
So
believe
you didn't get any giggles out of it at all?
None. I was so mad.
No, it didn't go to a place you didn't think it was going to go, and you got a giggle, just an unexpected weird place.
No. I
got a few.
So mad. I was so mad watching this thing.
I had a few.
It's not possible for me to have hated this movie anymore.
But let me ask you something. Like, what is the difference between this and, say, Pink Flamingos?
Yeah, see, I don't know. I guess it's like subjective.
Because it feels like a midnight movie. It feels like a John Waters-y midnight movie.
Yeah, I don't know. The thing that I came up with, my comp was Freddy Got Fingered, the Tom Green movie.
Yeah.
Where it's like, a friend of mine once told me, I like to ask people what their favorite movies are and what they think the worst movies ever made are. And a friend of mine once told me that he thought Freddy Got Fingered is the worst movie ever made. And I was like,
that's not a far cry from the worst movie ever made, right?
Yeah. So the thing is, I don't hate Freddy Got Fingered. Because I understood what Tom Green was going for, and I actually did get a few chuckles on that movie. So it wasn't so unpleasant for me. But I will never say that something is the worst movie ever made, or even in contention for being the worst movie ever made, if I feel like the person is at least trying something. And this guy is actually trying something. It's just that the thing that he is trying is so reprehensible to me.
Yeah.
I just hate it so much. It's an hour and a half long, and it felt like an eternity.
Yeah, it does.
There's no way.
But you know that was his first movie, and he's made others since. Have you looked him up?
Yeah, I mean,
Aubrey Plaza was in one.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus. I remember seeing a trailer for, I think it's his most recent one, the Ebony and Ivory movie. Which is about,
Josh sent me that trailer.
Yeah, which is about a whacked out reality where we're with Stevie Wonder and Paul McCartney as they're writing that song.
And doesn't the guy from the Greasy Strangler and the black dude play?
Yeah. Yep, exactly.
Play the parts?
Yep, exactly. And I remember seeing that trailer. I'm like, that's interesting. I might want to watch that. And now I watched this movie, and I was like, I will never watch that.
Yeah, fuck
never, ever, ever.
Not unless it gets curated into our next movie. I'm gonna make you watch a Springsteen one and that.
Oh, Jesus. Jesus. Oh man. Yeah. I just like, I couldn't believe if I were not such a dedicated podcaster, there is no chance I would have lasted past 20 minutes of this movie. I was so angry watching it. I was just like, fuck these people. What kind of a person thinks this is funny? I can't even understand. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like I didn't like it at all.
Uh-huh.
I was a little bit angry at it, but I also admired the swing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I mean,
it was a swing and a massive miss, but it was a massive swing. And there was something about somebody just going balls to the wall, like Ed Wood, you know? Somebody going balls to the wall with a terrible idea, just with all of their heart.
Yeah. It's just my notion of what is entertaining is just like, is just so far removed from what this guy was going for. I can't even understand it. You know, when I logged this thing on Letterboxd, I was like, what kind of horrible fucking ratings is this movie going to get?
I think people love it.
I mean, it's not, it doesn't have,
they don't love it.
But it's got like, there are 5-star ratings on this thing.
It's a cult. It's a cult
as
movie.
Many 5-star ratings as 1-star ratings on this thing, which is just like, it's totally blowing my mind. It's
yeah, but doesn't it feel like that kind of movie though? Doesn't it feel like there's definitely an audience for that? It feels like it was designed for inside jokes.
Yeah,
for people to quote. It feels like it was like built for that.
Yeah, I think you're right. I do think you're right. But yeah, I guess you're right because people watch these terrible sketch comedy shows that I have no interest in either, and it's just. Whoo boy.
People like that style of comedy, and I think it's terrible.
I think
it's terrible.
You got no argument for me.
That just cringe. Like not even cringe, because I think cringe can be done well. I think Ricky Gervais does cringe comedy well.
The British Office is totally cringy.
Yeah.
Like it's
But this is worse. This is like you're like gross out.
It's like it feels like someone pissing in my face and being like, I'm pissing in your face. But isn't that awesome?
But you know who else kind of gives me this vibe? David Lynch.
Yeah.
I know you love David Lynch, but I don't think it's that far of a cry.
I could not agree with you last.
I don't think it's that far.
No.
Fucking Eraserhead, really?
It's art. It's a person who is trying to make something beautiful.
But it's still that weird baby thing.
It's ugly beautiful.
There's a little bit gross out in there.
Yeah, but that's not the whole reason for its existence.
No,
like David Lynch movies are about.
I'm not saying it's the same, but it's adjacent.
No, that's horrible. That's the terrible thing that you just said.
You could definitely put David Lynch movies in the same category as like John Waters and this guy.
No. God damn it, no. I now no longer feel bad about anything I've said about Dolly Parton on this show because of that thing that you just said.
All right, Ken, so let's make it official. Would you give the Greasy Strangler pass, pirate, or pay?
Oh my God, pass. Please don't watch this movie.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it both.
Okay.
I'm gonna give it a pass for me. I would definitely pass on it. But if this is your style of comedy, you probably might like it. So maybe you should pirate it.
Oof.
If it's your thing. If you like Tim and Eric, pirate this.
Woof. Our next movie is 2024's Krazy House. That's crazy with a K, Andy, just in case you were wondering.
Crazy with a K, when you're looking it up to watch it.
This movie is directed by Stefan Hars and Flip Vanderkweel, who I guess are Dutch filmmakers.
Okay.
This movie stars Nick Frost and Alicia Silverstone.
Yep,
somehow.
in the prime of their careers.
And this is another weird one. So it's basically a sitcom family,
right?
The Christians, and horrible stuff happens to them, and things go quickly awry. It feels like It feels like Kevin Can Fuck Himself.
It does. I got
series.
that vibe a lot because they would switch back from like film to like sitcom cameras.
Yep, exactly. Where it's like we have this sitcom going on, and then eventually we're seeing what's happening when the sitcom cameras are not
Did you
rolling.
watch Kevin Can Fuck Himself?
I did. Yeah, I really liked it actually.
Did you?
Yeah,
I thought the shtick got old after a while.
Yeah, but I thought that all of the non-sitcom stuff on that show was really well done.
Yeah.
So that's why I really enjoyed it. And the way that it paid off in the end, I thought was really worthwhile.
I don't think I watched the end.
Yeah, I really liked it. The other vibe I got with this, have you ever seen the video Too Many Cooks?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Too Many Cooks.
That is a good comparison.
Yeah. It's like a 10-minute long video. It was on Adult Swim some years ago.
Kind of a weird avant-garde kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It was basically the theme song to a sitcom was called Too Many Cooks, and the theme song just kept going and going and going for the entire length of the run, and things just kept getting weirder and weirder and weirder.
Disintegrating into madness.
Right, exactly. And it just went that way. So this movie feels like that, stretched out to an hour and a half.
Yeah, it does.
And oh boy, yeah, this movie does not work for me either.
Me neither
at all.
I thought this was worse than the Greasy Strangler.
Wow, yeah, I can't go that far.
Really? Oh yeah, I thought this made me feel like at the end of the Greasy Strangler, I felt like I was just kind of like I watched a thing I didn't like, but it was like, I had a couple laughs or whatever.
Yeah.
This one I felt dirty afterwards. I thought it was gross.
Yeah, see, that's the way I felt about the Greasy
I thought it was
Strangler.
mean-spirited and gross, and you know what it made me feel like? You ever watch Funny Games?
Yeah.
I hate Funny Games.
Oh, I love Funny Games.
I hate it.
I think it's one of the,
I hate it. And it makes me feel fucking dirty and gross.
Yeah.
And that's how Krazy House made me feel. Not as bad as Funny Games, but still like, ugh.
Yeah, I love Funny Games, but I do not like Krazy House. So I guess let's get into it. The Christian family, something happens where I think it's the sink starts leaking or something, so they need to have repairs done to their house. Yep. And there are this Russian family, a father and two sons. The sons are probably like late teens, I guess. And they come and they're here to fix the house.
Yeah.
And
the crazy Russians.
Yeah. They're like the Russian Three Stooges, right? Like the dad is Mo, and he just keeps like the one kid, he just keeps slapping him around all over the place, and it just gets more and more violent towards him.
Yeah.
Yeah, so these Russian dudes, we eventually learn that they're there because some years back the father had robbed something and stashed the money and a fetus or something in the walls of the house. So now these dudes are here to just like tear apart the house until they can find their money and their dead baby. And the Christian family goes through all kinds of transformations as this is happening, where the son goes from being this sciencey bookworm to like a meth addict in like 2 minutes. Yeah. And the daughter,
things move fast in the Christian household.
And the daughter like goes from being this good girl to being a slut who just is trying to get,
Just a Russian. She turns into Mikey Madison.
Yeah, right.
From Menorah.
Right. Yep. And the mother, played by Alicia Silverstone, for her, she's like on these pills and she's like suffering from anxiety or something. And then the thing about this movie is that it doesn't care at all about trying to make sense. Like, if you're trying to look at what a character is doing from one scene to the next, they just don't bother.
No, I think it's a spiritual successor to Mother by Darren Aronofsky.
Oh man, you're just shitting all over all my stuff today, man. But yeah, like at one point, Alicia Silverstone like falls in love with the Russian father guy for no reason. Like, she's just like, oh, all of a sudden it's like, I just want this Russian guy's dick. It's like, what? Nothing makes any sense. The movie is just, like you said, it's just trying to push the envelope as much as it possibly can. It's not interested in telling any kind of coherent story.
It's not very interested in being funny either.
It wasn't funny. It's
like
trying to be shocking.
Yeah, I think they're trying to be shocking funny, and there's no real jokes in it.
Yeah.
It's just people being like mean to each other and gross.
Yeah, it's really bad. It's another one that's just fucking borderline unwatchable. It's just, Ugh.
Really, really awful.
Yeah, things go out of hand really quickly, and
there was a point where I kind of laughed, where it's at the end and things. A spoiler alert in case anybody's gonna watch this piece of shit.
Yeah.
It's at the end and things are going really crazy, and there's guns and there's cops outside, and they start shooting at each other.
Yeah.
And then they go to the studio audience who is all still there, and they're getting shot, and they're like dying everywhere. And,
right.
And you're like, oh yeah, there's an audience.
Yeah.
That part made me laugh a little bit.
The one chuckle I got, because this movie is riffing off of like TGIF sitcoms from the early 90s.
Yeah.
And so one of the cops is outside. His name is Officer Winslow. And so at one point, Nick Frost says something like, don't worry about it, Officer Winslow. This is a family matter.
I didn't realize. I didn't catch that.
Yeah. I was like, all right, that's all right. That's not bad. But yeah, on the whole, man, holy cow, this thing is rough.
It's pretty crazy with a K.
It's crazy with a K.
But no, it was really, really, it was so bad.
Yeah.
And I like Nick Frost.
I like Nick Frost too. I mean, I guess.
You know what I wonder with both of these movies? Because they both look like they're professional movies.
Yeah.
That, probably costs in the millions of dollars.
Possibly.
What was the pitch meeting like to get the money to make these movies?
Right.
Yeah. Like, what did they say to the people who would go, yeah, that seems like a sound investment. That's a great idea.
Yeah. I don't.
What was the elevator pitch on that fucking shit?
I can't imagine. I don't even understand. How, like, I know if you're an actress in her late 40s or whatever, however old Lisa Silverstone is, like, if this thing comes across her agent's desk, how is she like, oh yeah, let's do that. Oh, that's gonna put me back on top.
It has to be where they have like a track record of like short films before that had got some traction and are interesting.
Yeah.
But Jesus Christ, man, I can't even imagine like.
Yeah.
And then the Greasy Strangler takes out his big uncut malformed dick and goes in the car wash, and that happens 8 times throughout the course of the whole movie.
Oh boy.
And then the girl births like a giant wad of bubble gum.
Yeah, right. That's the thing that happened. Yeah, so the daughter in this movie in Krazy House, she's constantly chewing bubble gum, and we see her swallow it instead of spitting it out all the time.
And she gives birth to it.
And then she gets pregnant, and we're like, oh, the Russian kid that she's having sex with must have got her pregnant. And so now she's in this Russian family, and then she gives birth orally, right? She gives birth.
Yes, she does.
It comes up through her esophagus, and it's just a fucking 8-pound wad of pink chewing gum.
So yeah, this is. You think they're talking about this in the meeting, and then the money guy is going, "Yeah, I've got 20 million.
I'm in. Let's do it.
Let's do this. Let's make this thing. I'm sold."
Wow. Yeah. I can't even imagine. Yeah.
Like, how do these things fucking get made?
It's crazy.
Angel investors, rich uncles. How do they get made?
I have no idea. And how do they get?
That'd be a good question for Tommy.
And how do they get distribution? Right? Like, how does something like the Greasy Strangler get to a point where you and I could ever watch it, or Krazy House? Right? Like,
Krazy House had stars in it.
So that at least makes some sense.
Greasy Strangler had fucking nobody.
Nobody I've ever heard of. It's like, how does it get to a point where I can actually watch this movie? How does it get to a streaming service? How does it get to anything? Right? Like, yeah, you're right. We should talk to Tommy about.
Yeah,
this.
Those are good questions for Tommy
because
he would know. He would know how that happens.
Yeah. Although if we got him on here, I'm sure he would talk about all the good things about the Greasy Strangler. Can't talk anybody's toes.
That's a very Hollywood thing. You have to get those secret recordings of Christian Bale putting cigarettes on people's faces.
But yeah, it's insane. You're right. I don't even understand Nick Frost. Like, holy cow! How does he just like? Yeah, I'm in. I want to be this guy who murders Jesus. That's the thing that happens in this movie.
I can see Nick Frost thinking this might have been a good idea.
Yes, man. He murders Jesus.
Think about the risks he's taken with the Edgar Wright movies. Those are weird movies.
Yeah.
In theory, those are weird movies. It probably sounded weird in a pitch.
I guess, but I don't know. Like, if you're, I mean, yeah, Shaun of the Dead, you like, oh, we're going to make a zombie comedy.
Hot Fuzz, World's End.
Hot Fuzz makes perfect sense to me. If you're pitching a movie that it's just like, you know how Point Break is a ridiculous movie? Well, let's just make Point Break
in an English cottage town
and just lean into the comedy, right? Like that's a perfect pitch to me. I think it makes perfect sense. But yeah,
but in retrospect, it makes perfect sense. Do you think it makes perfect sense, like out of the blue?
I don't know. It seems like they're spoofing genres that are rife for spoofing,
right? And they had a long track record with TV shows in the UK, and Shaun of the Dead.
Like
so.
Krazy House isn't I mean, I guess it's spoofing
sitcoms, yeah.
But like that is over with pretty quickly. Like there's a lot of this movie that is more than like this movie again feels like it should have been a sketch, right? If this movie were a 10-minute long SNL sketch, then I find it a lot less unbearable, I think.
Yeah.
Like they're just like they quickly run out of ideas, and the only thing they can do is let's just keep ratcheting it up more and more and more and more, because there's nothing else we can do.
And you get that from the very beginning. Like you get that's the idea from the very beginning.
Yep.
So what are we going to give old Krazy House? Is that going to get a pass, pirate, or pay?
Yeah, this one's a pass for me also. I hated this movie pretty significantly less than I hated the Greasy Strangler.
I was the opposite.
It is still unwatchable.
I was the opposite. Given the two, I would do Greasy Strangler.
Oof. Okay.
Coming out of those two.
Now, switching gears very slightly.
A little bit.
We have 2025's One Battle After Another, written and directed by Paul Thomas Anderson. This is based off of the book Vineland by Thomas Pynchon, which is a book that I really like.
Oh, you read that?
Yep.
Okay. How close was it?
It's not. It takes pretty significant liberties. It's just basically there's a plot thread in Vineland about the main guy. The main guy is still the same, and his former lover betrays the cause and hooks up with the government guy who's tracking them, basically. And the movie just goes from there. But yeah, so this movie stars Leonardo DiCaprio and Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Tiana Taylor. So the first half hour of this movie is pretty much the story of Perfidia Beverly Hills, played by Tiana Taylor. And she is a revolutionary. It's not really clear to me when this movie is taking place. I think the main part of the movie is supposed to be roughly the present, which means that the pre-stuff, the first half hour, the prelude,
is about 10 years ago?
Is like 15 years ago?
15 years? Yeah.
Because
the daughter is about
like
that old.
15, 16 years old.
Which is weird because it feels like that first part takes place now.
Right, exactly. So I think, I'm guessing that it's probably supposed to be loosely...
Just around
now. Both sections are around now is what I think. But yeah, so Perfidia Beverly Hills, she and her lover, who is, what is his name? Ghetto Pat is what they call him, the Rocket Man.
That's Leonardo DiCaprio,
he's
right?
The demolitions expert, played by Leo. They are basically like, bombing shit for a good cause,
for left-wing causes.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Those are the good causes, sir. And they run afoul of Stephen Lockjaw.
Stephen Lockjaw.
Stephen Lockjaw.
I thought he did great.
Played by Sean Penn. The first time we see him, they're releasing a bunch of people from an immigration detention center, and Perfidia comes in on Lockjaw, and she's like, "Get up!" But she's not talking about standing up. She's playing some sexual games with him. Makes him get a hard on, and then proceeds to walk him out of the building at gunpoint while he is fully erect. And they begin a kind of a weird affair thing happening.
Yeah,
where he is immediately smitten with her, and he's okay with her continuing to be a revolutionary as long as she, gives him some every once in a while. And then they have a bank robbery where Perfidia kills a security guard in the bank, and that's when things go all wrong.
Yeah.
Because we can't just be murdering people. And she winds up selling out the cause, and all of the revolutionaries are either killed or have to go into hiding, and that includes Leo, Ghetto Pat, and their infant daughter. And so they go into hiding, and then cut to 16 years later. And now, so the main part of the plot in this section is driven by Lockjaw's desire to get acceptance into this shadowy organization called the Christmas Adventurers. These are white nationalists.
This is kind of a weird movie. Now that we're talking about it.
This stuff is very weird, right? The Christmas Adventurers, they're like the upscale version of the Klan.
It's like a secretive white supremacist group.
Yeah, right. They're
like old, powerful men.
Yep. And so Lockjaw wants to get in there, but it turns out that the daughter of Perfidia Beverly Hills may in fact be his daughter.
Right.
So he needs to take care of this. So even though Leo, who now goes by the name of Bob, and Willa, who's the daughter, he needs to find them. And so they go through whatever. They track him down, and he just is like, he has this military force behind him, which I guess is like ICE right now.
Yeah,
where he's
it felt real icy.
Yeah, where it's like, okay, we know the town where this girl is living in. Give me a reason for us to deploy our military force into this town. And it's just like, they just start rounding up immigrants as a smokescreen for him to go track down this girl to determine whether or not
feels real familiar, doesn't it?
Yeah, exactly. The whole movie is basically the daughter, Willa, is on the run from Lockjaw, and Bob, who in the intervening years between the early parts and the main part, has fried his brain with drugs and alcohol. And so he is trying to track her down. And, there's a lot of comedy ensuing from him trying to get information from the revolutionary group because he can't remember the various passwords that he was given 15 years earlier because his brain is totally fried. It's an action movie, kind of. It's an adventure. I don't even know how to describe this movie. But I will say that I absolutely love it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I think you mentioned what you thought of Sean Penn. I like, he is absolutely out of his mind in this movie. He's so good. Like, he plays Lockjaw. So Lockjaw is trying to get into this white supremacist group, but he's
in love with a black girl.
He loves black women. He's just like, he can't help it. So you see, like, the way he moves, just the way Sean Penn moves as this character, he like holds his body so rigidly at all times. Where it's just like,
it just feels like like he was born for the military.
Yeah, but at the same time, he's just like, if I relax myself for even a second, then everyone will tell this horrible thing about myself that I can't tell. And like, he's got these weird facial twitches, like the truth is trying to come out through his face. He's doing such great work. Like, like Sean Penn is a good actor. He's not one of my favorite actors in general, but what he's doing in this movie is absolutely fantastic.
Yeah, it felt like Arlie Ermy.
Yeah,
yeah. Like, and Arlie Ermy was a real dude,
right?
That was his real job,
he was a real drill instructor,
and and Sean Penn is a screaming crazy liberal.
Yep. It's crazy. Teyana Taylor, who plays Perfidia, is just incredible. I think, like, she is required to be like supernaturally sexy and gets there. Like, it's just unbelievable. And then we have to like believe her as this person who values her freedom to do what she wants to do above all other things. And it's like, it totally comes off as believable. All of the acting in this movie is absolutely top. This is just a movie. We're talking about the previous two movies we talked about, which is like totally inept filmmaking. Like it feels like the acting in the Greasy Strangler is the worst acting I've ever seen on purpose.
Right.
And this movie is everybody involved doing the absolute best work that they can possibly be doing.
Yeah, it was quite the contrast.
Like, not just the acting, right? Like the score of this movie, which is
Radiohead,
Johnny Greenwood from Radiohead. I just love it. Because so much of the movie is tense, where and like the action is propulsive and moving forward constantly, and the score is just driving the action constantly. It just sounds great. Like the costume design in this movie is awesome. It just like Benicio del Toro plays a sensei.
Yeah, a Mexican
sensei, and like he's wearing like a karate gi with cowboy boots and like a denim jacket over the top of it. It looks ridiculous. Leo as Bob is like in full Lebowski regalia. He's wearing a bathrobe for the whole movie. You know, like it just looks great, and it just and that I just love this movie. I just love.
Yeah, I did too.
I think it's saying important things. It's really on message for what time we're living in right now. Right, with ICE taking over our cities, but that doesn't keep the movie from being anything less than ridiculously entertaining at all times.
Yeah, which is a hard line to toe. I think it can easily get preachy, and it never did.
Right. It's just and it's fun. It's just a really like I got a lot of laughs out of this movie. The Christmas adventurers, the way they greet each other, they say "Hail Saint Nick." That's their greeting. And when one of the guys is going into a meeting, he has to knock the secret knock, which is jingle bells. Like these people are totally ridiculous.
I think about these organizations, and I think the left-wing like guerrilla organization and the Christmas Adventurers Club are both just as fictional.
Right.
Like, I don't think those exist.
Yeah. Right.
At least not here.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right.
You know, they're so ridiculous.
Yep.
Like
it's great.
Like, but it's also so nice to see it just, and this is just, and Bret Easton Ellis said this in an interview. He said movie reviewers like this movie because they're all left-wingers and we're showing left-wing badasses.
Right.
We're showing left-wingers as violent badasses, and they never get that treatment.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because they have to make it up.
Yeah. Yeah. So the thing that I was thinking about Sovereign, right? We talk about, because when we did our right-wing movies, right, Nick Offerman's character in that movie, like, values personal liberty above all else, above everything else in the world, right? And that is a traditionally right-wing thing to believe, right? Where it's just like, these fucking Second Amendment nuts are just like, you can't tell me I can't do this. I have the right. I'm an American. I get to have as many guns and whatever as I want, right? And Perfidia is just that on the left, right? Where she values her liberty and the liberty of others because she's an activist working for it violently. But in the end, she's an interesting character because she gets to have this thing that usually only exists on the right. And it's just like, it's horrible and it's selfish, and she does really shitty things, and the movie has to reckon with that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I find her character to be totally believable.
Yeah. But you didn't find Nick Offerman's believable?
No,
I did.
It's also believable. That's absolutely true. It's also believable.
But the difference is I think Nick Offerman's character is, those people exist.
Right. Well, I think there are probably people like Perfidia Beverly Hills also. They're just
in Cuba in the 60s.
I don't know. I mean, maybe not. Man, maybe not here. I don't know. We don't really have, despite what you might see on Fox News, we don't really have left-wing violent extremists in this country.
The worst thing that left-wingers do in a group, like in an organized, because they were very organized.
Yeah.
Really, they were an organization. The worst thing we do as an organization is like block traffic.
Right.
You know, or dress up in frog suits. You know, and inflatable frog suits. That's our biggest. That's how we organize.
Yeah.
You know, we don't organize like them.
But yeah, I don't know.
But did you get like, did it make you? Was it cathartic to see left wingers being badasses?
I guess it kind of was. But like,
it was for me.
Less the early stuff, less the bombings in the beginning, more like Sensei. He's my idea of what a left-wing badass can be.
Yeah,
right?
like just a community organizer.
Right, exactly. Like he's got...
operating on just the other side of the law.
Yeah, he's got all of these people who are in danger of being deported even though they're not criminals, right? Just like what's happening for real in our country.
Right.
And he's got this entire network in place to like help these people escape ICE.
He's got like Anne Frank hidey holes.
Yeah, and that whole part of the organization was super cool. Like I think he is the most inspiring character of the movie for me.
Yeah.
You know?
Spoiler alert. Spoilers for one battle after another ahead. Skip to minute marker 40 minutes and 42 seconds or the next chapter. You have been warned.
The ending of this movie, the car chase at the end, is just so well made.
Yeah, it reminded me of those old like Bullet.
Yeah.
You know, it reminded me of those old Steve McQueen.
Yeah. And it's
like
just
French Connection had a little bit of that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, definitely. And I've been trying to tell as many people as possible that they should go see this movie on a big screen because
I saw it on IMAX.
Oh, yeah. See,
or the shitty version of IMAX.
Right. Because it's just like that car chase scene at the end it's so worth it to see it on the biggest screen you could possibly see it as. And in a huge crowd too. Like you just to experience this movie with other people. This is this is a movie theater movie for me. This is more so than any Paul Thomas Anderson movie since There Will Be Blood. Like it's a movie that needs to be seen on a big screen. It's just it just looks amazing. And yeah, I don't know. I love everything about this movie.
All right. So is that all you got to say about?
Yeah, I guess that could be it.
Would you give One Battle After Another a pass, pirate, or pay?
Oh, it's a pay. Pay
for me too.
Everybody,
do you think it's going to win Oscars?
I think it is. I think it's got a real chance. I mean, I haven't seen any of the Oscar stuff yet, but I think
it's starting. It'll come out in the next couple months. So.
I think it has to be the favorite to win Best Picture right now.
Yeah,
yeah. And if Sean Penn and Teyana Taylor are not both nominated,
has Leonardo DiCaprio won?
Yeah, he won for The Revenant.
Oh, okay. I think he might get it again too.
I think he should definitely be nominated for sure.
Yeah, I thought he was real good.
I love Leonardo DiCaprio is one of my favorite actors around right now.
Yeah, it took him a while to earn that spot in my thing because I thought he was a little showy, you know, for most of his early stuff.
Yeah,
but he stuck with it, man, and he's just now that he's older, like he's a little more believable for me.
Yeah,
and now that he's less good looking. Yeah, you know.
But I feel like he's at best the fourth best actor in this movie. That's how good the acting is. I would take Teyana Taylor and Benicio del Toro and Sean Penn over him.
Oh yeah, there's a lot of good performances. A lot of good movie.
Yep, I really loved it. So yeah, go see this movie.
Yeah, go see it. All right, so you want to talk about next week?
Yeah, let's talk about next week.
We're doing dog movies.
Oh, dog movies. Does that mean I gotta go see Good Boy?
You gotta go see Good Boy.
All right.
And you got to go soon because I think it's leaving theaters pretty soon. Yeah, it sounds so I think I'm going tomorrow.
Okay.
We're also doing. Have you seen the Harrison Ford Call of the Wild?
Nope, have not.
We're doing that one.
I haven't seen a lot of dog movies, so you're probably gonna have a hard time finding one I've seen a lot. So.
All right, we're doing that one, and we're also doing a movie called Strays. And there's a few movies called Strays. This is the one where they have irreverent talking dogs. I think it's pretty recent.
Let's see, 2023.
Sounds right.
Will Ferrell and Jamie Foxx.
Yep.
Yeah, I remember this. Okay, I have not seen it.
All right, so those are the three.
Okay, let's do it.
Good Boy, Call of the Wild, and Strays. So catch up, everybody.
All right, sounds good. See you next time.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye. Thanks for tuning in to Pass Pirate Pay. This episode was produced by the one and only Andy Morris. If you haven't already, hit that subscribe button on your favorite podcast app. We'd hate for you to miss out on all the fun. Curious about where to stream the movies we talked about? Head on over to passpiratepay.com. We've got everything listed with handy links on where to watch. You can also join the conversation on our Facebook page or stalk our cinematic musings on Letterboxd. Links are on the site. Got a movie or a TV show you think we should review? Fill out the contact form, or this is cool, you can even text us right through the episode player on our website's front page. Thanks again for hanging out with us. Until next time, keep watching, keep rating, and keep it past Pirate Pay.